You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Saturday the 8th of March and you are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, and I'm here today in Brighton for an event I've just attended, and I'm actually here with the organiser of the event, Donna Morfett. So can you tell me a bit about what we've just done?
So I decided a few years ago that I wanted to set up a festival that mixed self-published and small indie authors with the more established authors so that they could have a voice and they could have a chance to be on a panel because they're unlikely to get it anywhere else. So today you have witnessed that in action.
Fantastic, and I've really enjoyed it. As I was saying to Tani, TG Campbell is here as well.
Hello.
Hello. It's the first of this kind of event I've attended. I have been to stuff with her before, but literally just attended your panel, I think, and that was pretty much it. So how do you know most of the people, and how do you go about putting something like this together?
I started blogging, probably was the start of it all. And then I started interviewing authors via Zoom during lockdown. So then I got to know a lot of authors, from like big names like Mark Billingham all the way to brand new authors. I've interviewed TG 2 or 3 times, I think. I can't remember now. Literally just last week. So I've built up quite a network of, I would call them friends. So when it comes to organising a thing like this, I'm like, put out a call, and generally so many people go, yes, I'd love to do it, because especially the self-published and small authors, they just don't get the chance to do these things. They don't get a chance to have a panel, so they're really keen to get involved. So put out a call and then try and shovel them into panels that kind of work together, which is always the hardest part.
I thought it flowed very well today. Obviously TG Campbell, there was supposed to be a third person at her panel that didn't turn up at the last minute, unfortunately. But then that gave you a little bit more talking time, so that can only be a good thing. So only since lockdown, really in the last few years, you've made these contacts?
Literally. Probably not even till later, I think October, November, December time. It was the time that I started doing the interviews. I was reading, but it's by spending that time one-on-one with the person on Zoom that you really get to know them. You don't get that kind of relationship just by reviewing. I don't think, perhaps after years, but when you're one-on-one with someone on Zoom, then you really, sometimes I was chatting to them for an hour afterwards as well. So yeah, you really do build up relationships. I
think it's really interesting what you're talking about the fact that you're mixing traditionally published authors with indies. Because I'll be honest with you, it wasn't until after nobody was treated any differently. So I couldn't have told you from the way they interviewed which was which is brilliant, exactly how it should be. But it wasn't until I went to then try and buy the book at the bookshop at the back when they go, oh no, you need to go to the indie table over there.
Yep, exactly, and that's thank you, because that's what I wanted to achieve. We're all authors, we're all doing the same thing. It's only circumstances or choices that have decided how we're published. Sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's choice. People would rather self-publish because of control. But we're all, as you can see, we're all doing the same thing and achieving the same thing.
So how many events like this have you put together now?
This is my 3rd, I think.
Okay. I really enjoyed it. If you do another one, do you always centre them? I probably should have done my research. I've literally just met you. Do you always centre them around Brighton, or?
Well, after this one, I'm thinking of, after this one, I was thinking of never ever doing it again. And then I've had such a blast today that now I'm thinking, maybe I could, but somewhere else. Apparently it's really hard to sell tickets in Brighton, so I'm thinking of maybe doing it somewhere else. Okay. But I am thinking of doing another one.
So what's the biggest logistical nightmare of putting an event like this together? Is it purely coordinating, getting everybody together, or?
Do you know what? Actually, no. Getting authors is easy. Putting them as panels is quite hard, but you only have to do that once. It's selling tickets. It's getting the word out, which is the same as being an author and getting your book out there. It really has been trying to get blood out of a stone, trying to get people to buy tickets for this event. So difficult.
It's a shame, because I think, the room wasn't empty by any means, and it had a really good atmosphere. I thought. So I would absolutely, if you organise something again, I guarantee I would absolutely come along. Now, obviously, you are yourself an author as well. So before I finish, could you tell me a little about, I actually bought your book knowing nothing about it, purely because I've enjoyed the event and I wanted to sort of say thank you in that way. So can you tell me what I'm about to read?
Bless you, you're in for a treat. So The Disappearance of Peter Markham, which is my debut and only book currently, is about Peter Markham that initially goes missing. When the police start to investigate, according to his wife, he's a perfect family man, he's a perfect father, he's a businessman, he's rumoured to be receiving an honour in the New Year's honours list. Then they realise that actually that isn't the man he is at all, and they realise that someone might be after him for revenge.
Interesting. Okay, and when was this published?
23rd of May last year. So
okay, so relatively new. Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to reading that. I promise to give you some feedback as well.
There might be a bit that you might have to cross your legs for.
Okay, that's reassuring. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I say, normally this podcast is me rambling about what I haven't written today, and occasionally I talk to other people like I talk to you. When you launched your book. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you for a fabulous event. And this will be up on the internet within about 2 minutes. So thank you very much, Donna. You take care. Oh, well, where can people get your book? Sorry.
It's still on Amazon, actually. Technically, it's unpublished, but it is still there, so you can still buy it there.
Fantastic. And do you have a website as well?
I do. It's DonnaMorfettAuthor.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for the event. I had a blast. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.